Hi, this is the final episode of the Second Nine podcast.
It's a special edition for you if you're interested in implementing our know-how.
I'm Nora.
I'm Gyöngyvér.
And we are your hosts today.
So today we would like to tell a little bit about how we did this podcast series. So if you are interested in developing something similar in your own language, you can have some guidance. So in the project, I was responsible for the professional content and I was the host of several episodes. Nora is our project manager and she's the one in whose mind the whole idea was born. Could you tell us a little bit about how did you come up with the idea?
To hear a heartwarming story or the truth?
The truth, please.
Well, it's not so easy to talk about, but after my first daughter was born, I was pretty shocked. And the shock came because of the change in my life. There was such a big difference between my previous life and the real maternity that I just couldn't handle. And of course, I love both of my daughters. It's not the issue, but for the first few years, I couldn't really fit in the new role of mine in this motherhood. I just couldn't really arrive in this role, and I was also shocked because I was preparing for this before, and still the reality was just something very shocking. So what I could do is that I was studying about this postpartum period, and I didn't want to be an expert. I just wanted to understand what happened to me. Mm-hmm. So some years went on like this, and after a few years there was an Erasmus Day, and the idea just popped in my mind, and I remember writing down the words "second nine," and I think that was the birth of the seed of this whole project. And I just realized that there should be an educational project where mothers can access a base and a platform of knowledge, and they don't have to struggle to collect all the necessary information from books and everywhere and filter them and decide if it's true or not. But let's give them something that is accessible, available, very comfortable to use, and hopefully they don't have to go through what I had to go through. Mm-hmm. So that was the main idea, and then I told you and some others, and I think we fall in love.
Yeah, I am also a big fan of the postpartum period, or it's really close to my heart because I think it's a very important time in a woman's life. It's a very sensitive period when everything is new. There are a lot of challenges, and mothers really need a lot of support in this time, and they don't get it. So I was easily sold by the idea. And then the next thing was that we had to find a team to work together. How was this process for you? It was quite a journey, as I remember.
Yeah. Well, finding the team, as the coordinator office in Hungary always says, that it's the core of the project. And honestly, I didn't really believe it until we started this whole process. So they are right with this, that the core of the project is really the team. This whole preparation was more than a year. And I think finding the final team was very challenging because the whole topic, this postpartum period is so sensitive, so vulnerable we are in this time that this reflects in the project and also in the birth of the final team. So I can't say it was painless. It was very crucial sometimes, but at the end, I think we really arrived where we had to.
Yeah, they say that a birth of a mother is can be much more intense than a birth of a baby, and so was with the project as well, wasn't it?
And luckily, you were there all the time, and I'm very curious how you felt about this finalization of the team and the whole process.
In the first place, it was important to me to find team members who we can share our values. Regarding this topic, I think of responsive and attachment parenting, to see the motherhood as a self-knowledge journey, to have a gentle approach towards babies, towards mothers, and towards ourselves as well. And I think we found it, so it was a success, but the journey was, well, yeah. For me, it was hard to be such flexible to accept all the changes all the time. But I think that also reflects on the postpartum period. It also requires a lot of flexibility, really. And yeah, we experienced that this topic is such sensitive and such intense that it can shake up things. Some of us experienced that when we started working together, that their root issues were shaken. And yes, it required honest communication and a lot of inner deep work to work through these issues. So if you would like to do something similar, be aware of that this topic really can touch the participants deeply and may require some inner work. But as we say that the postpartum period is a time for learning and growth, that our journey was the same with this one.
Yeah, I hope not everybody has to go through this this way as we had to, but there's a chance.
Yeah, there is a chance, and it's normal. Like everything you feel in the postpartum period is normal, and it's part of the process. And this is with the project as well.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Well, thank you for trusting me with this role. It was a great learning opportunity, and I was happy to do it. Well, as I mentioned, the first thing what was important to me was that we have a common base with common values and a similar attitude. So we recorded some episodes together, and then everybody went home and did some episodes on their own. So it was important to be sure that we are there with the same gentle approach towards the topic and towards the mothers. I think one of our key goals was to that everybody who listens to one episode should feel better about herself as a mother and not worse. This was the first and foremost thing to think about. I think we did pretty good with this. And then, of course, we had to develop the curriculum. It was quite a process as well. First, we did a survey to find out what interests our target group. And then we were looking at what expertise we have within the team, so we can have some episodes between ourselves. And we also took into account what we felt important as mothers when we were in this in this early period of our motherhood. And we all work together with moms, with new moms as well. So we see in our professional life what issues they have to deal with. So we put everything together, and we saw that there are infinite topics in this space. But it was the harsh reality of the budget that helped us to narrow down the topics to 20 episodes. And so if you are planning something similar, we suggest that you choose the topics that are close to your heart, because they will be important. And if you work in this field, you will know what is hard for the mothers, what they need. And if you have a survey that can support your decisions, it helps as well. So we had 20 episodes, and this is the final one. And we divided them into blocks, into 6 blocks, so it can be more transparent and categorized a bit. So if you allow me, I will share you these blocks. The first is the first 6 weeks and the challenges of the postpartum period. Then family systems and dynamics, nurture yourself, sustainable motherhood, responsive baby care, and motherhood as a journey to yourself. In the show notes, we will share all the titles of the episodes, so you can see also in English what we finally decided to talk about. And also, Nora, you had the idea that we should have some celebrity on the show to make it more colorful or interesting. How was this?
I think it's a lot easier to sell the project for the audience if we have someone who is famous. But we had to choose someone who is not only famous, but is a mother and shares our values, the values that you were talking about. So after some detour, we arrived to the really good choice. Our celebrity is Bea Paja, who is a Hungarian singer, but also famous abroad as well. And she's a very nice mother and a wonderful being.
Something, as you can say.
And also very important about her that she is very, very famous in our target group, which is not easy to talk about, actually, about our target group, because it's a very complex thing. Can you please tell us about our target group if we are here?
So first, we thought of pregnant mothers and first-time new mothers, of course, because they are really new to this area. But it's also true that with every baby, there are new challenges, and as women grow as mothers, they will be more receptive to this information what we share. So it's also for every new mother with second or third baby 6 as well. But we also think that it's important, I always say that it's important that not only the mother has the relevant information, but also her environment who can support her, because without help, it's really, really hard to navigate in this field. So we hope that a lot of fathers, grandmothers, neighbors will listen to these podcasts and we learn a bit about how to be more supportive or how to be a good support to new families and new mothers. And also, of course, we would like to give valuable information for those who work professionally with new mothers. So it's quite a wide range, and because of this, the language that we use was also an issue, because we decided that we have to be very careful not to get too professional, so that really everybody who listens to these conversations and has nothing to do with motherhood or babies can get value from these. So, because it's an educational project, it was important to be really digestible and understandable. We also intentionally use the storytelling as a tool in the conversations, because mothers with babies have this so-called baby brain, which is an interesting state of mind after birth, when also the mother's brain are processing this whole new situation. It's called rewiring. This is what this happens. So in this time, the facts, the too much information, the sheets won't get to the mothers, really. It's the stories, the other mothers' experiences, to what they can connect to. So this is why we share also our own experiences, and our guests do some storytelling as well in the episodes. Yeah. There was also discussion about how long one episode should be, and we decided around 40 minutes because we thought that's a digestible length. But then finally we, during the process, we gave ourselves the freedom to have longer episodes as well, because we didn't want to cut any valuable parts or information out just to fit into the 40 minutes. And also the reality is that new mothers don't have even 20 minutes together, so maybe there will be 1 week while they're listening to one episode. So it was not something we had to really attach to. So
yeah, and it was easier to come to an agreement with the length and this topic. I think not like with the audio and video stuff. We had some technical debate about the format, if we should record only audio or also video podcasts.
Yeah, and it was also, it required a year. And then we finally decided. I was pro audio team, I have to tell you. And you were pro video, so you can tell your arguments in a second. I was pro audio because I'm a big fan of audio podcasts. I was listening to them since the beginning of my motherhood, during housework, during putting babies to sleep, during long walks, driving, and I didn't feel the need to watch these shows. It was easier for me to look down and put down my phone, and it didn't felt like screen time. So it was I just loved them, and as we are totally newbies to this area, I thought that it's going to be much easier if we don't have to deal with our makeup, with our dress, with our hair, in which camera we should look at. So it will be much easier to go just pro audio. But then you had other arguments.
Yeah, I can totally agree with you with the newbie thing. That totally. I try to focus on the need of the mothers, of the newborn mothers, and I remember that how lonely this period is. It can be when a mother just holding a baby and hearing something, and I try to focus on our target group. And I can imagine how nice it can be to have a face for the voice. And of course, they are not going to watch the podcast all the time, but they have the chance to see a familiar face, a friendly face, a mother's face there, who is not perfect, but she's there, and there's a chance you can connect. So that's why I was fighting for this video version so much, and I'm really happy that we could go through this.
So, as you can see, the video format one, and I hope that it really gives the mothers this connection that we aim to give. And we will have the episodes on a Spotify channel and a YouTube channel as well. So we will see which format will be more popular. Today, when we are recording this episode, we are 3 weeks from the first episode to be aired. So it's the question of the future, which format they will like better.
Yeah, we will see. And just popped in my mind that maybe we should put this question in the questionnaire, in the survey, the final survey.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And we can measure which format is better. You mentioned the newbie thing before, and as none of us is professional podcaster or vlogger, as you can see, we had to do something. We really had to do something about. We were eager to learn, but we are really new, really starters. So, can you please tell us how we started this?
Yeah, we had a training, or 2 trainings exactly, where we were told the basic things about making video podcasts. And it was really helpful because we really did know zero. So it was good to have a professional to tell us a little bit about these things. And of course, in the first episodes, we made all the mistakes possible, but I think along the way we did get better. And anyway, I think we also learned that perfection is not the goal, because in this topic, perfection is really cruel if you aim to perfection. And we really emphasize in the episodes that you are good as you are as a mother. So it was also a good learning curve, I think, for myself, for sure. And it was also great that we did the first few episodes. We recorded the first few episodes when we had our international project meeting. So it was just us. And it was a good warm-up for the following episodes. And it was a great feeling that we could really easily tune into each other. And it was a great experience back in June.
Yeah, we jumped in the middle, as I remember.
Yeah.
And after that, we also had many guests and experts in the topic who we invited for the podcast. How did you choose these guests?
Well, I think choosing the guest was one of the easiest parts of the whole project, because as we were developing the curriculum, we almost immediately had somebody in the mind for each topic, because we are mothers who were learning a lot from these professionals, or we know them professionally and value them a lot. So it was quite easy to find the perfect people, and it was a good feeling that we could offer some money as well to them, and everybody happily accepted our invitation. Another big part was building the brand, the second line, and choosing the communication channels. And I would like to ask you to tell us a little bit about this process.
About the brand building?
Yeah.
How much time we have?
Not too much.
Okay, briefly, during the whole brand building process, we had to focus on, again, our target group, the newborn mothers, and we had to imagine what is a catchy and short enough term that we can use. What colors can be very warm enough for them. What image is calming enough. And what slogan is supporting enough. And after we collected these, we had to just keep it simple and use it consistently. So it's not that difficult, but very, very mother-focused. And we also created the communication plan for the project, which is very useful and helps us along the way. And of course, we chose mom-friendly channels. That's for sure. And let me say a few words about the slogan, which I really like. And thank you for the copy, because Gyöngyvér was the author of our slogan, which is Együtt érünk anyává. And in roll translation, it says we grow together into motherhood. And I think it's something very nice and something to copy and to adapt. So we encourage you to do so, because this sentence, this slogan, emphasizes the growth, the maturing, and the whole process of becoming a mother. And if you can see our logo, there are colors. It goes from light pink to purple, to dark purple. And also these colors are symbolizing the process that and the 9 months during that we can become mothers, from newborn mothers, really arriving to motherhood. So I really like this slogan, and we are very happy if you can use them. But now we are in a sudden we are in the post-production phase. It's incredible. Professionally, what would you emphasize with this phase? Because I know that you had a lot of work in the post-production area, not in editing and cutting, but in the professional aspect.
Yeah, it really gave a lot of. It was important to me to make sure that there are no too strong sentences left in there. What I mean is that it is a really sensitive period for mothers, and it's really important how we articulate what we have to say. So any too strong opinions can do harm. So there was really only one or two sentences I had to cut out because of this, but it was really an important aspect for me. Also, I gave titles to all the episodes where it was important for me that the title reflects the main message, and is also, of course, catchy for the mothers. Then we have to choose those 2 or 3 phrases which are the really strong message, which contain the really strong messages from the episode, so we can use these cuts for communication purposes. And we had to create the text of the intro, outro. We also have a trailer, so we really had to focus on the main message of the whole project and to put it into tiny little time frames. We have to be careful and to pay attention that every time we post something or communicate on any channel, that we mention the European Union as a funder. So it's also a necessary requirement in the project.
And after the podcast, we will have a gift for the mothers.
Yeah, that was your idea as well. We will create an ebook, which is something easily to flip through, to digest for the mothers, and which will contain the main messages of the episodes of the project. So if they don't have time to listen to a 40-minute long podcast, they can access the ebook and have these gentle and I think really valuable messages just in front of them. I hope it will help them.
And besides this online material, well, we are old school, over 40. So we had to do something which is more personal, which can be better connected than the online platforms and formats. So we found out something else too.
Yeah, we will have in the final phase of the project, we will have mother circles. We will have also online because then everybody from all around the world who speaks Hungarian can access them. But we will have 4 circles in person in 3 different cities in 2 different countries. The topics of the mother circles will be built around the blocks of the curriculum, and it will give an opportunity to the participants that they can relate to these topics and share their own experiences regarding the second 9 months or their journey into motherhood, because we aim to build communities because we think that's the way that can make motherhood easier and much more joyful for everybody.
Let me repeat some key messages that you just mentioned during our talk today, that we would like the mothers to feel better after listening to our podcasts. And I think this is the key message of this whole project, because sometimes when we listen to talks, podcasts, and read something during this postpartum period, we can feel guilty or ashamed. And our goal is to cancel all these possibilities and just let the mothers feel competent, feel better, feel more arrived to their motherhood.
Yes, I think our main message is that mothers should know that they're okay. Whatever they feel, it's okay, it's normal. They deserve a lot of support. They are on their way. And
if they need help, we are here and we can grow together
yes.
to motherhood.
Yeah. Thank you, Nora.
We hope that this podcast was useful for you. And if you have any questions that we can help, please don't hesitate to contact us. Hope you will enjoy this journey with your project.
Thank you for listening or watching. Take care. Bye.
Bye.